Hello, how are you? I am back again, and today I'm wearing a lot of pink. Like, there is a lot of pink going on here, which is funny because I'm actually talking about perfume, which is all about purple. It is, of course, you know already, it's in the title. We're talking about Versace's Dylan Purple. It's a brand new perfume, but it is a follow-up to Versace's Dylan Blue, which I think I did a video about like maybe 1, 2, maybe even 3 years ago. It was quite a while ago. But yeah, this is the follow-up. It's just come out and it is fun. It's fun, it's exciting, it's a fruity floral. It's not the kind of perfume I would usually wear. It's a little bit young and youthful for me because, you know, I'm old. But it is really beautiful, it's fun, it's high quality. It's just like enjoyable. I think it's a freesia. It just kind of makes it a little bit more elegant, but it's still, I don't know, it's still fun, it's exciting, it's fruity, it's floral, it's lovely. And I thought I'd do a video about it. So first of all, I'm going to show you the box, which is right here. So this is what the box looks like. It's big, purple, gold lettering. I would say the box is a little bit underwhelming compared to the bottle itself. The bottle is much more exciting. It's basically the same as the Dylan Blue bottle, but it is purple. It's purple glass with silver, my grubby fingers on top, sorry about that. And yeah, it says Versace around the top. It's got the Versace logo, it's got the Versace logo there. It's just a beautiful bottle. It's a very dressing table, objet d'art. It's a real let's display, you know, let's display and then let's keep the bottle when we're done with it. Because it's just, I don't know, it's just beautiful, it's fun, it's exciting. And I really love the bottle. So yeah, I thought I would tell you about it. I'm already wearing it. Yeah, I've been wearing it around my décolletage for about an hour, and I've just sprayed it on my wrist. And yeah, I want to get into it. So I've got a bit of dry down, and I've got like the fresh top notes here, not on my hand, on my wrist, I promise. But yeah, let's get into the notes. So Versace Dylan Purple has notes of bitter orange, bergamot, pear at the top, and then it's got freesia, pomerose, mahonial, which I have no idea what that is, and then at the base it's got the xxxxxxxx, cedarwood, and amber. So yeah, basically at the top it opens up with kind of like sweet, exciting, sparkly notes. You smell a lot of the pear. I would say the pear is probably the most dominant note at the top, which I really like. I really like pear notes. I really like pears and apple notes. There's something very fresh and green about them, and slightly unusual as well, which I really like. And you also get the bitter orange, which I don't think is as dominant, but it's still lovely. Like, you still get the bitter orange, but it's not as dominant, I don't think, as the pear. And then I think at the heart, where you have the freesia, the pomerose, and the mahonial, I have no idea what those notes are, but I really smell the freesia. I really love freesia. I think it's a really pretty, quite classic fragrance accord. I like it when quite fruity floral fragrances use it, because I think it's a bit less obvious than like rose, peony, jasmine. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's a little bit more traditional. It's a little bit more elegant. I don't know, there's just something about freesia where it's quite classic. It's a really pretty, understated, lovely, I don't know, just lovely, bright, sparkling floral. And then at the base you've got the xxxxxxx, which is kind of musky, kind of cedarwoody, kind of sweet, kind of sensual. There's a little bit of like, I don't know, it's kind of like a little bit vetiver-y, it's a little bit cedarwoody. I don't know, it's just something about it which is just warm, almost creamy, intoxicating, moorish, musky. Do you know what I mean? It's really good. And then of course you have the cedarwood and you have the amber. The amber adds a little bit of sweetness. The cedarwood adds that kind of woody, lovely, warm dry down. I would say definitely the dominant notes are, for me, pear, freesia, and musk. It does have a real it does have a real fruity floralness. It has a youthfulness, it has a flirty playfulness, but it's not too sickly sweet, and it's not too sexy. Do you know what I mean? Like, some perfumes are just like amped up sexiness, and this isn't it. This is a lot more playful, fun, like pretty, elegant. I would say, yeah, it's not an in-your-face sexiness. It's more of a youthful, fun, happy, joyful perfume, which I really like about it. I think sometimes perfumes can like be a little bit too sexy and it can be a little bit too in your face. And this, while it is kind of like sexy, it's not too much, you know, it's not trying too hard. It's just a really beautiful, elegant, joyful, airy, creamy, musky loveliness. You know, it's beautiful for summer. It's a real summer joyful fragrance. It's very airy, light, breezy, but it really does pack like a punch as well. Like, you do smell it, but it's not too in your face. I've got some notes here. What else have I said about it? It's slightly powdery, it's soft, playful, sweet, ethereal. I wrote ethereal down and I think I'm right there. I think it is ethereal. It's sensual, quietly sexy. That's what I was trying to say before. It's quietly sexy. It does have a violety quality as well. It's got that real powdery, purpley violetiness. Like, it really does have a bit of a violet and lilac-y kind of ness, but it doesn't necessarily smell like violets, but it's got a violety note. It does smell purpley. I don't know if anybody ever kind of like relates smells to colours, but it does smell purpley, but it doesn't smell too much like violets, but it does have a slight violetiness to it. It's like if the freesia had a few violets around. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's still very much freesia, but there's a few violets that have snuck their way in, and it's that powdery accord. It just makes me think of violets. And then yeah, I've written dominant notes are pear, freesia, slight violets, and something similar which is quite musky and ambery. Yeah, I like it. I think it's lovely. It is more youthful than I would usually wear, but it's very pretty. It's yeah, it's just pretty. It's summery, it's fun, it's high quality. There's no alcoholic top note. It doesn't smell synthetic, even though it does have synthetic notes to it. I just think it's really well done. I think it's really pretty. Yeah, I think it's one to look out for, one to try when you're next shopping. I think, if I remember rightly, I like it better than Dylan Blue. Yeah, it kind of, I don't know, there's something about it which is just nice. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you are in a bit of a transitional phase of your fragrance wearing, where you are kind of trying to move away from the kind of like teeny, too much perfumes, but you're not quite ready to step into your kind of like elegance of your Jo Malones, it's kind of quite a nice bridge, you know? It's kind of like, it does actually remind me, weirdly, and it does have similar notes in, but it reminds me a little bit of Jo Malone's English Pear and Freesia, because it does have the pear, it does have the freesia, but it does have a little bit more sweetness, prettiness to it. And I would say that, like, if you're not quite ready for like the elegance of Jo Malone, then this might be a good stepping stone. And also it's cheaper, let's be honest. Jo Malone is like £105 for a 100ml bottle now, and I think this one, I might be wrong, I want to say this is around 70. I want to say it's around 70 for 100ml. So, you know, it could be a little bit of an alternative. I have worn it the other day and it had a really nice staying power, so I would say that's really good. If you want it to last a little bit longer, you can of course spray it in your hair and on your clothes. That always helps with the longevity, but I just think it's really pretty, it's elegant, it's fun, it's fruity, it's floral. And yeah, it's just joyful, quietly sexy, and a really lovely perfume. So I thought it was time I did a video about it. I think that's all. I think that's my vid. I think we're done. But yeah, that is the bottle. I hope you like it. And yeah, let me know what you think if you try it. I hope you like this video. Thank you so much. Goodbye.